Hi, I'm Heather, and this is a knitting update number 19 for Saturday, January 31st, 2026. I haven't done a weather update in a couple days, and that's because nothing's been happening. It is freezing cold, but it's been sunny and no more snow. So, in case you're wondering what's going on, the weather here in the GTA-ish, that's what's happening. And I think I haven't mentioned this lately, but I am wearing the Softy toque or beanie from 26 Weeks of Easy Knits, if you're wondering. And I knitted up in a Madeline Tosh yarn, a triple twist, something like that. It's a chunky or bulky weight yarn, and it's in the colorway Optic. And I'm also wearing this cute little ceramic pin today. I got this at one of the pottery, I think the Hamilton or Incast or Dundas pottery show, not last fall, but the fall 2024. And yeah, it's so cute. It's a tomato on toast, and I love it. I think the artist name is Monica, but I don't know or remember much about her. I don't think she's on Instagram or anything like that I can remember. Anyways, today's a big day. We're going to Toronto to see Ghost. We're going for a Ghost concert. This is my one bucket list item. If I had a bucket list, this is the only thing that'll be on it, that I really want to see a Ghost performance. And I hope I'm not disappointed. I'm not a huge fan, but I do like their music. I think it's funny. I like the aesthetic, and I'm really excited to see what a live Ghost performance is like. So yeah, that's tonight. That's why I'm a little bit dressed up. It's gonna be really cold, so I'm trying to wear layers so I don't overheat, but I also don't get too cold, and we'll see what happens. I also have a drink today. I haven't done that in a while either. I don't know if people hate that, but I am drinking this yerba mate enlightened mint tea. I love these drinks as far as like a canned beverage go, but I don't really drink caffeine anymore, so I don't drink them that often. But today, because I have a late night, I'm getting caffeinated, baby. Watch out. They also have a lot of sugar, and there is a sugar-free version, or a lot of the flavors also come in sugar-free, but I don't really like them. Let me take a little sip. And then I don't think koozies are like that popular here in Canada. Definitely not as popular as in the States, I would say. But my husband and I went to Florida in December, and we went to Paradise Grill right on the beach. We were in St. Petersburg, so St. Pete Beach, I think. This place was great, and I want a koozie so that when I'm in the wintertime drinking a cold drink, my hands won't get cold. It's not to keep my drink cold, it's to keep my hands from getting cold. It seems to work pretty well. So yeah. Alright, let me show you my progress. So I've just been knitting on my sock. This is the, I think I said the name wrong last time, but I put it on the screen, but it's a guernsey sweater sock, I'm pretty sure, by Summer Lee in the Hello Sailor sock set. And I'm knitting up a Noro Yukata. I actually brought the tag. I have the tag with me this time. I think that this, I just bought this somewhat recently, so this is still available some places if you're wanting to buy it. I forget where I ordered this one online. Anyways, you can always look it up if you want to get it, but I do love it. So it's 50% silk, 25% wool, and then 25% polyamide. I think yesterday, if I didn't add it out, I think I said there was also mohair, but there's not mohair in this one. But it's so soft. It honestly feels so nice, especially knit on like this tight gauge, because the recommended needle size for this is 3.5 to 4 millimeter, or US 3 to 5 size, and I'm just loving it. Here's the completed one. Yeah, so happy about that. Did I show the yarn? colors are so pretty. So I'm past the heel now, and I think I'm done the decreases, the gusset decreases, so all I have left to do is the straight knitting on the foot till I get to the toe. So smooth sailing. Also, can I mention this? I found my Cocoknits magnetic bracelet keeper thing. I don't know if you haven't heard of this. I ordered this a while ago when I was sewing more. I thought it'd be convenient to have like a pin cushion on my wrist. I ended up not really liking using it for that, or I didn't find it was that helpful, but I'm using it now to hold my cable needle for when I'm doing the cables, and so far that has been really handy. Usually I just kind of stick it in the middle of my ball of yarn, but which works fine, but since I have this, I thought I might as well try using it. And yeah, you can put your stitch markers and everything on there. So these are both Cocoknits, the cable needle and the stitch marker, and they're all magnetite or metal, so they're designed to be used with their magnetic stuff. So yeah, that's kind of handy. I'm not big on like having so many knitting tools and things. Like I don't have barber cord, or I don't know, I just don't like having a lot of stuff for knitting. But maybe this is like a worthwhile tool to have if you do a lot of cables and you find you're always putting your cable needle down, or just it's even like awkward to hold it, or what do I do with it in between the cables, like on the same row. This has proven to be pretty handy, although I've just started using it this morning, but I'm liking it so far. And then one other thing I want to show you is what I talked about yesterday, and that is I sewed another project bag. So this is the envelope pouch from the Visible Mending book by Arounna Khounnoraj. I can't reach it from here. I showed it yesterday. So the book has a bunch of tips and tricks and how-tos for mending, but then it also has a couple patterns, quite a few patterns actually, and this is one of them. So I didn't make it to whatever the measurements are in the project, but I just used the general idea to sew myself a pouch, and I use the same Ace and Jig scrap pack that I used for my project bag. So I had already I had already sewed these half square triangles, and these are actually just like orphan blocks that there weren't enough to make one of the bigger blocks that I used to make the project bag. So I sewed them all together, and then I added 2 strips of linen on either side. It is a slightly different blue, which I kind of did on purpose. It's not super obvious, but I just wanted it to be like a little bit different. And then I used the same limeade linen for the lining. I don't know if I love the construction of this bag. It's very easy. You basically just sew it as a flat piece, and then you just fold it up and sew along the sides. So there's, I don't know, these like visible seams. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know why that kind of bugs me, but it actually looks fine, and it does make for a super simple pouch. And then I just happen to have some of this waxed cord on hand that I bought a long time ago for to make zipper pouches, and I never did because I didn't really like the process. But I have it in this light blue, and then also kind of like a chartreusey green, and yeah, so pretty cute. I haven't tried to see if it actually fits a sock project in it, or even just like some sock yarn, but let me see. I guess I could use my Sunken Cathedrals. I didn't work on this at all. I still am on the fence. I think I'm just going to do the Fleagle heel like in the pattern, but I didn't want to tackle it, so. it would fit a sock project in there. So if it's at least one ball of sock yarn and a in progress sock. So that's pretty cute. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I will definitely make more bags. I'm really enjoying this as like a little thing to do and a way to do some quilting without having to make a full-on quilt, because that can be, you know, a little much, a little labor intensive, and then pretty physical, especially because usually I hand quilt, like do the quilting lines, not the piecing, but a lot of times I do hand quilt my quilts, and you know, it's nice because you can just sit and do it, but they are big and it takes a while. But yeah, that's it for today. We're actually gonna go, I think we're leaving now to go to Toronto, so I don't think I'll see you tomorrow, but I'll see you the next day. Bye.